Hello everyone and welcome to OXI One Chord Mode Advanced Features tutorial. In case you missed it, there's a general overview video of chord mode linked in the description of this video, which will help you understand or remember the core functionalities of chord mode. In this video, we are going to show you a few more advanced features of the chord mode. If you like our videos, like and subscribe, we really appreciate it. Let's create a chord progression using the pick and place method to show you the additional step parameters. I'll reduce the time division by pressing Shift plus End and make our sequence 4 steps long by pressing End plus the 4th column on the grid. By double-tapping the step chord button, the button will stay in a steady white light mode, which will show up when you press one step. You can also press Shift plus hold a step to access the second layer of the step parameters. In this menu, you can edit Strum, which introduces a time separation between notes that goes from lower to upper notes, and in negative from upper to lower notes. This effect is similar to strumming on a guitar. We've extended our sequence from 4 to 8 steps to have more resolution for this chord progression. Remember, you can use the preview mode by pressing Shift plus the keyboard button to preview the sound from your instrument without OXI playing. It's very useful to compose. Strum affects the chords in general. If two steps are tied, the notes that repeat between chords won't sound. Trigger probability or logic conditions for your steps, like playing a step once out of 2 times or 2 out of 2. Retrig, which allows you to retrig a note up to 7 times during the duration of the step. Skip is not supported in chord mode. Let's create another chord progression, and this time let's use the global chord menu to change the type and voicing of our whole sequence. Now, let's add a 3-time retrig to our step. And finally, offset sets the time deviation of the note from -45 to 45% of the current time division. For example, 33% is a third deviation from the duration of the step. Let's build an arpeggio with the Chord Keyboard Arp. Press play and press the Arp button. Turn the first encoder to enable it, press Shift plus Arp to enable hold and not need to press a pad. Start by setting the octave voicing range and let's set it to 1, so it repeats the same notes in a higher octave as you can see in the grid. Next, gate value increases or decreases the note length. And rate sets the time division of your arp. If you press the encoders down, you'll access the secondary functions of the arpeggiator. First, let's change the accent. It adds velocity modulation according to a predefined groove to the generated notes. Let's change the pulse of our Euclidean pattern to 1. It will only play one pulse in our 16-step Euclidean pattern. Now let's increase repeat, which generates more notes after an Euclidean pulse. And finally, length, which defines the length of the Euclidean pattern. You can create really interesting progressions playing with the length using odd and even lengths. In Chord Keyboard mode, remember that the only actual chord will be recorded, not individual arpeggiated notes. Back to keyboard view, you can always see which chord is playing by looking at the screen. The chord arpeggiator in the sequencer view uses the sequencer chord steps as input, while on the sequencer view, press the Arp button to activate it. It's very similar with the keyboard view parameters, with the only difference being that it allows you to dial in further rhythms to your arp, using the parameter rotation of the Euclidean generator to spice up your arp rhythm. Playing with accent adds groove to your arpeggios. I encourage you to explore it. The sequencer chord arpeggiator is a powerful chord generation tool at the fingertip of your hands. Using internal modulation creates powerful musical progressions. Let's use the LFO by pressing the LFO button to modulate our chord spread by selecting it with the fourth encoder internal destination. Now, using the mod lines, pressing Shift plus the encoder you wish to use, let's modulate the chord type. And set our max amount to 7, which is within the optimal range of the chord type. Always check the manual to learn about the maximum values of each parameter. Turning the encoder will increase and decrease the value of our set modulation. You can randomize the modulation lane by pressing Shift plus Random button. And using random performance adds even more movement to our sequence. Exploration leads to great findings and exciting ideas, starting with small increments of each parameter value and observing the changes. Internal modulations are powerful ways to spice up your sequences and add up surprise elements, movement, and excitement to your melodic progressions. I hope we inspired you to discover furthermore the chord mode of the OXI One. If you have questions, ideas, or want to meet other incredible talented people using OXI One, join our Discord community and our forum, links in the description. See you next time. Adiós.